2 minutes later with his gigantuan quads.
Really?
Yeah, he's getting me almost like in a
crucifix.
It's almost like a crucifix position, and he just kind of takes my arm and sticks it between his legs. He doesn't even throw his hips into it. He just squeezes his quads together and I have to tap.
So he's beating you now, huh?
Yep, not today because I woke up with a different attitude today.
Okay, well that should help. I think technique's a little more important. Attitude for a second.
I'll let you handle technique and I'll handle attitude.
Sounds good. George, how was your weekend?
That was pretty excellent. I got some training with Emily. I'm getting her to do more stuff. Just do constant pressure, applying pressure. So she finally has to okay, let's train. So now she's getting to it, she's training. And I got her to agree in a couple of months because her work schedule is changing. She's coming into class.
Very cool.
Yeah, twice a week.
Yeah. Well, this is Buddy Week this week.
Yeah, but
so
who am I going to bring right now? I don't have anybody in my house.
They don't have to be in the house. That's the whole point is you share the link with them.
Oh, well, I already shared the link with everybody in my friend circle. So everybody knows.
Yeah, but no, they not. You have to put the same pressure you're just talking about on them. Everyone knows this, right? You can't send out an invite and say, hey, here's a thing. If you want to do it, no one does it. You call the person and you give them a personal invite. Hey, I would like you to join this with me on this day at this time. Yes or no? And then if they give you the yellow thumbs up emoji, their chances are higher.
Are higher than they're actually going to show up. All right, I'll try that. I'll try that this week. I'll see who.
Before we get started, let's hear who we have in mind. Who's the Buddy Week? And Jack and Melissa, you can't say the other person.
No, actually, I'm gonna try to get one of my friends that started training up in Virginia Beach at the Hiberia location up there. Send him the link, and he's gonna try to join this week.
Right on, Melissa.
Is it acceptable if I say Nico?
No. You've already. That's your son. That's not a buddy.
All right, I'm gonna bring my friend Gigi. She's married to a black belt.
Okay.
And she's a white belt. She just started training.
Cool.
But because there's such a big discrepancy in their skill level, they find it really frustrating to train with each other.
Sure. Makes sense. Okay. How about you, Chong? Who are you bringing this week? Who are you going to invite to try out the class?
I don't know yet. Oh, I'm thinking.
Okay. I'll ask you again at the end of class. Have your answer ready to go.
Okay.
Okay. And then David, how about you, sir? This could be one of several Davids because it only says David and we have
It's David Langham.
Hey, David Langham.
Yeah.
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm good. I invited my friend Alec. I don't think he's gonna join.
Well, then why don't you? Then you got to get somebody else if you don't think he's going to join.
Yeah, I'm gonna invite someone else.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Okay. I wish you would turn the camera on your phone or computer there.
Yeah, the camera doesn't really work that good, so I'll have to get a spare camera.
I got you. All right. Well, let's get started with this class, team. All right. Ready, stance, feet together, attention, and bow in. Professor Cameron is going to lead the warm-up and the drills, get you guys sweating, get you guys moving. I'm going to jump back in just a little bit. Have a few questions ready to go. Also have some technique that we can each share, but we always like to do the Q&A. So make sure anything that you're working, any questions you have, take advantage of this time, and we're going to give you the best answers that we can. All right, let's get started.
Okay, team. So we're gonna start with our warm up. You start on the ground or standing up. We're gonna start with our grip training first. So we're gonna stretch out and then get our body warm. So keep your feet planted the whole time. You can sit down or stand up. We're opening our hands all the way and closing them just like this. So full extension with your fingers, open and close. Remember, the faster you go, the more it's going to burn. Just keep your feet planted the whole time. Good. Keep going, team. Keep going. Last 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Okay, now we're gonna make a fist. So pinkies first. Make a fist, let it go. Make a fist, let it go. Okay, team, let's begin. Keep going, keep going, keep going. There you go. Last 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's get our neck going up and down right here. So let's get good range of motion. Don't try to force it. Just go up and down. Take it slow, but full range of motion. Good. Looking left to right. Good ear to shoulder, team. Good. Let's go arm circles, big circles forward. Watch your space. Jack. Good. Backwards. Good job, team. All right, so we're on the ground right here. So we're still stretching. So one knee up, one knee down. I'm going to stretch down. So I'm going to drop my elbows down to the floor. Then I'm going to open up my knee. So I'm going to go down with my elbows. Should feel the stretch in my hamstring. And I just open my knee a little bit. I don't want to force it open all the way. Just working on mobility. So I just open my knee, drop my elbow, open my knee, drop my elbow. So back and forth just like this, team. Nice and easy. Just warm up the hamstring and then work on our range of motion with our hip flexor. Elbows down and I open up my hip. Good, so now from the same side, so the same position, I'm gonna reach back, grab my foot with my opposite hand. I'm gonna go back and forth with my hip right here. So I'm gonna drop some weight on it, come back, drop some weight on it, come back. Good, teams. Let's switch sides now. So other knee up. So let's drop this elbow down and I open my knee up. So elbow down, open my knee up. Down, open. Good, reach back, opposite hand, grab that foot, and we're moving our hips back and forth. So I'm stretching down, I should feel a stretch in my quad, and then come back up. Stretch down, feel a little stretch, come back up. Good team. So now we're gonna be on our base right here. Put my hand behind my head. I'm gonna open up my chest. So I'm gonna drop down. So I'm being like on my knees here. So I'm gonna drop my elbow to my knee. I'm gonna open up. So I'm gonna do 10 and 10. We're gonna open up our chest with this. So I'm dropping down, come up. So that's 1, 10, and 10. I'm gonna count for you guys. So right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You just switch sides. So now switch your arms. Other arm now, right here. Looking down, opening up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. So this next drill, there's 2 different ways to do it. If you still want to stretch and warm up your body, just keep your knees on the ground. We're on opposite hand, opposite foot, stretching right here, holding, come back, and do the other side. So you can keep your knee on the ground, do more of a stretch. You want to take your knees off the ground right here. It's more of a workout, more of a core here. And we're going to go back and forth. So whichever one you guys want to practice now, but here, opposite elbow, opposite knee, stretch, come down, stretch, come down. Knees on the ground or off the ground. All right, team, let's start practicing. So we're here, stretch, reach. Good. Keep going, team. A few more. Okay, team. So the next drills now. So let's kind of just start stretching. So now we're gonna do more of our movement. So watch your space. We're gonna swing our legs back and forth. So warming up our lower back, warming up our base. So we're swinging our legs back and forth. I'm just pushing off the ground right here. So push off ground. I don't go too deep. I don't have to go too deep. Just push, push. Good time. So now let's go to our sitting base right here. So I'm gonna switch, hip up, come back down, switch, hip up every time. So really focus on your posture. Really push your hips forward right here. Hips leading forward, come back, switch, hip up every time. All right, team, let's begin. So here, hips up, chest up, and we switch back. Good. Keep going. Keep going. Good, team. So now from here, kicking the door. So 1, 2, behind, stretch, 1, 2, behind. Make sure we keep that foot above our belt knot here. So a high guard, put it behind you. All right, team, let's go. Time, team. So now we're gonna do our roll. So I'm gonna roll back, catch myself. So I roll back, catch myself with one leg, drop my hips down. So I'm in this position. That leg back straight and sliding through I'm just sitting down right here. So I can shoot forward if I need space. Roll, catch, pause. Here, you guys can stretch your back if you need to. We're staying in this position, hips are off the ground. And I just come back and sit through my base right here. Okay, team, so let's try this one out. Let's go. So roll back, catch, pause, slide your leg through. And we're sitting down in our base right here. Keep going, team, keep going, a few more. Good, time. Okay, now we'll be on our backs, we're on our triangle. So I'm gonna roll back, hips off the ground, triangle up. Make sure both my feet are flexed right here. Hips off the ground, triangle, both my feet flexed. All right, team, let's work on our triangles. Let's go. So hips up, triangle, triangle. So focus on your feet being flexed and your belt coming off the ground. Keep going, keep going. Good, so now, feet on the ground. So now we're on our bridges. So hips up high, bridge. Make sure you guys focus on getting your hips up as high as you can first before you start your twisting. So hips up, twist, hips up, twist, back and forth, team. Begin. Okay, team, so from now, same position, we're gonna do our shrimping in place. So push my hips up, straighten my legs, shrimp, pull myself down, push, shrimp, back and forth, shrimping in place. All right, team, let's begin. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Time, team. Okay, so now just from this position, it's going to break fall. Opposite hand, opposite foot. Stand all the way up to our sitting or our standing base. Break fall all the way up. Stand up tall. Break fall all the way back up. All right, team, let's begin. Looking good, team. Looking good. You keep the body moving. Time, team. Okay, the next one right here. One knee's gonna be straight, one knee's gonna be bent. It's replacing my feet right here. So we do this drill a lot in kickboxing class, but this is also the footwork to do for the bullfighter, grabbing the legs, moving one side to the other side. So my feet are in the same line, one knee staggered. I'm putting the weight over that bent knee, and I just replace it right here. So I'm not replacing and throwing my weight back over there. I have my center, my weight is staying over that center. Okay, team, if you want to visualize your guard passing, you can get your grips, grab the pants, and you can move back and forth. So this is our bullfighter pass. Ready, team. Let's go. So switching our feet back and forth. There you go, Jack. So open your feet a little bit, Jack, and then bend that knee, one knee, and then now replace it. There you go. That's it. Yeah. There. So now you can get your grip. Now you can bullfighter pass from here. There you go. There you go, Chong. Good. Everyone got it. Now you got a little bit of speed. Nice. If you look down, it's more visualizing the guard. Time. All right, team. So now, right here, I'm going to be low. I'm not going to be super low, like a duck walk. I'm not going to be standing in the wrestling stance. I find my balance right here. I'm going to go hands forward, hands behind. So I'm just going to go forward and back, forward and back. I like doing these drills a lot. These are all like my guard passing drills. Anything that keeps your hands, you put weight on your hands and have to move your feet, that could be a guard passing drill. So here we have to keep our pressure, move into position, apply pressure, move into position. Staying nice and low. You guys should feel the burn in your legs. Have control. All right, team, ready. It's almost like a headquarters position we're starting in. And we're just moving forward, moving back, staying in that low position. I'm not standing up. I'm staying down. Good, you guys can test your base right here. Come back, forward, back, forward, back. Good, keep going, team, keep going. Okay, time, team. So now from this low position right here, so not super low, but not super high. Just going to drop my knee down to the ground, come back up, twist, drop it down, come back up. So I think they call it the boxer squat. And it just kills the angles in jiu-jitsu. They try to get underneath your base, try to put their de la rivas in. I'm here, killing whatever, and I'm coming back. If I need to kill their knee, kill, come back, kill, come back. So try to keep your posture as much as you can, and then just use that knee. Just drop it down, come back. Don't drop it and twist. Stay looking forward, drop, come back. Twist my knee, come back. Good. There you go. Good, team. Keep going. Try to keep your torso a little bit more forward versus twisting it with your knee. If you have to, that's fine. But I'm here, I'm just dropping. Drop, drop. There we go. Keep going. Almost done. Almost done. Time, team. That burned my, I don't know if that burned your legs. That definitely burned my legs. Okay, so now we're going to do our drill in a circle. So usually if you guys do my classes, I always like doing windshield wipers down and back. We can't go down and back right now. So we're going to go in a circle. So I'm in that windshield wiper position, crunching in here. So it's going to go all the way in a circle where I am. So once I come back to the center, then I go the other way. So every time you get back to that starting line, go the opposite direction. If you need to break, try to keep your feet off the ground the whole time and just move one way and then the other way, back and forth until I call time. So ready, team. Work on our guard and our core. Let's go. So move, move. Try not to move too much. You get to one side around, and I'll go back the other way. And then go back the other way. Good, keep going, keep going. One more time through on each side, team. One more time through. Back the other way, last time. Time, team. All right, so one more drill right here while our abs are engaged. So we'll be in this position, feet off the ground. I'm trying to open, straighten my arms, straighten my legs, hold it for a second here. Then I'm gonna close right here. Ready, team? Get in position. Ready. Open, feet off the ground, arms up. Good, hold it. Good, come back. Rest. You put your feet on the ground when we rest, that's fine. Ready, open, hold it. Good, come back. We're gonna do 2 more of those. Ready, team, relax. Open. Good, relax. Last one, team, last one. Ready. Open, hold. Time, team. All right, good job. So let's tune back into our breath. So sit, posture up, good, like a black belt. Chest up. Good posture here. All right, let's breathe in through our nose and out through our nose. So right here, team, let's go. Breathe in through your nose. And then out through your nose. In and out. So get in your own rhythm, breathing in and out through your nose. In and out. Few more. Last one, team, in and out. All right, did you enjoy that warm-up workout? Good. Okay, all right, so Professor Travis is coming back now. So give your attention to him.
Let's look at from the watch party close guard, please. That we did were the one with Shanji and Marcelo, right? So he jumps close guard, right? So the first thing he's doing is reaching down and gripping here. So I want to go over a couple of the details with this to make sure you understand it. I want to grip as low as possible on this pant leg. A mistake I see often is just gripping here. And the problem with this is I can't lift his foot out wide. I'm just lifting a heavier, stronger part of his leg. Whereas as I tilt here, I can now start to drag that leg out as I move the weight over, right? So we're in position here, okay? This arm, the forearm, is just being held closely, Okay, I can sort of push across with this over. I'll show it on this side so you can see what I'm doing. I'm either pushing across or I'm creating a wall with this punch grip. But either way, it's enough pressure to make it very difficult for this hand to be able to post. So back to this position, right? Anchoring here. What I see sometimes here is this, when drilling it, is like, okay, I've got to go here and go here. You're probably not going to do that. And if you did, now you're in arm drag territory. It's better to consider the arm bar and the back take. So when they have the grip, we have our grips. One, low grip here. Two, okay. And I'm just kind of anchoring this. It's a little bit of a twist inward of both my elbows. And then there's a little pull just to raise the feet off the ground. Right? So even if, go up on your toes, right? So even if they're like here on their toes where they have, more posture and more balance, it's still going to offset their balance by getting their hips there. That's all I'm looking for, okay? Here, and then in one big motion, stomp, kick, and pull. And see, once I'm here with this leg, now, because to come back, you'd like to be able to reset the leg, but trying to come back is tough as I keep lifting. He's posting on his opposite arm, but that's not enough to counter my push and my own kick. When I kick and then release my hand to post to finish and maintain this pressure with the hand so that this arm is unable to position itself in a defensive way. Okay, let's look at it from two different angles. Right here. So I've got my grip on the sleeve. I've got my grip down low on the pants right here, right? And you can take your time there, right? Not like a sneak attack. And then I'm just basically pinching my knees together, raising my feet up and bringing them in just a little. And then in one motion, right? That's important. I'm stomping down and kicking together. And right as the weight comes off, I pull this leg out wide. I'm not pulling the leg to me. This is where you crowd yourself. Pull it out wide, like you're doing a jumping jack on that side, right? Here. Then from here, kick. And at this point, I only need to put a post to help position my mat. Right? Last angle. Coming toward you guys. So you see a view of this. So same thing. I like this grip. Do a little bit of a curl, anchor, punch. See, he won't let me drag his arm, but I've killed his wrist pummeling game. Right? If he, in order to let go, he's already put himself in the arm drag. Right? Whereas if I'm just holding here, when I go for it, he can put his hand to the floor very quickly. But now, it's not going to the floor. Right? I've got my low grip, okay? Lift, and then once I feel that I've got just that tilt, the hips have just come up, and it's there. Pulling the leg out wide, and then lifting my hips off the ground, like this, like you're doing a big kick. Push, anchor the sleeve down, and then many times I can attack here, or I can go right into a choke with the thumb in because this hand would normally be protecting that choke. I can slide in and anchor here. And by the time I let go to go for the finish, my left hand is ahead of this hand, and I can solidify that and finish my choke as a follow-up there. So the drill that we talked about, or let's talk about a couple of movements that we can do. Single leg bridges, right? So we do bridges here a lot, okay? But a single leg bridge is very important for these types of movements too. I use single leg bridge movements for single leg shrimping, protection movements. And in this case, I'm bridging as part of my power. And then I'm continuing to bridge and kick at a finishing angle for that. So a drill I'd like you all to practice this week is a single leg bridge with some angle changes, right? Single leg bridge, I can turn all the way through. Single leg bridge, I can turn all the way over. And you see how I'm kind of finding my rhythm and balance on one foot. Maybe I tap the foot down to mimic completion of something. But one, that leg's gonna be on fire, right? Because you're moving so much, or the resistance is shifted so much to one leg. And you're gonna find strength and freedom with that other leg. So let's do a few reps of this, okay? Let's do left leg, and what I wanna see is this. Left foot down, right foot about 90 degrees, kind of just wherever, right? Let's bridge up, roll to the opposite shoulder, bring this leg through. You can put it down if you need to, but keeping it floating is cool. Come back. Bridge up, come over, let the foot touch, come back. And when you land, look, when you land, maybe try to fall back into the bridge without dropping the foot down. See how you're still there? Here, here. Hips are still off the ground. Let's try that left leg only. Let's see it. Good. David Langham, I'm going to assume that you're doing it. You too, Michael Quinn. Good. Very nice. About 30 more seconds, we're going to switch legs, all right? Try not to give in. Try to stay engaged on that leg the whole time. Even when you're tired, try to keep the hips up. Keep your hips engaged, the muscles in your leg engaged. You know, breathe, recover. Try not to stop and rest. Good. Okay, time. Let's try the other foot now. Right? So, same thing. One foot down, hips are up. And then if you feel that you're losing balance on this, like you're all over the place, don't commit to the full movement yet. What you can do is lift and just roll to the right shoulder, roll to the left shoulder with the elevated hip. And roll a little further, extend, roll a little further, extend. And then you can exaggerate the touching down of the other foot. Okay? Keep it going. Looking good. Good job, Melissa and Jack. Y'all are like synchronized single leg bridgers. You're at the same rhythm. Good job, George. Looking good, Chuang. Keep the hips up. Keep the hips off the ground. 30 more seconds. Find that strength on that one leg and your core. One more on each side. Good. Okay. So let's do one more movement that just helps with balancing on one leg. And what might have to modify it a little bit, but basically I can be low and I can try to shift my weight to 1 foot, low, staying as low as I can, shift my weight to 1 foot. That's a way to do it sort of from a squat position. To add some movement, assuming you can do this movement where you rock back and come up to both feet. Now you try to do it to 1 foot. And then you can even add like a stand and maybe even a toe touch. But it's sort of awkward balancing on one leg and developing that strength from a very bent position. Like we're usually strong from like here to here, but being able to kind of move from here to here. And a lot of times on a bridge, you know, we are tucked way in. We have to do that kind of movement, right? So let's practice this a little bit. You're either starting in the squat and you're trying to go from 1 foot to the other as low as you can, comfortably, with no pressure on your knees, nothing that hurts. Or maybe you do both. You rocking chair up to 1 foot and then play with that a little bit. The one I really like, it's kind of my personal preference, is rocking chair up to 1 foot, stand up, come down, do a little toe touch, and then rewind it. So it's like here, up, toe touch, and then woo, and then single leg squat back down. Other side, up, toe touch, single leg. All right, get busy, go. Everybody's just watching. And again, if the rolling one's not for you, start squatted. Or you can try this. You can roll up to 2 feet and then switch to 1 and stand up. And maybe just do the negative. Roll up to 2 feet, switch to 1, stand, right? And then maybe do the negative where it's just one leg on the descent, right? Good. Very nice. Let's see it, Jack. Oh yeah, you got it. Definitely outperformed Melissa on that one. Nope, not on that one. Let's see Melissa. Giggling too much. Hard to concentrate when you're giggling. That's good. George has got it. Nice, strong. Now toe touch. Now bend down and roll back. Good. 30 more seconds. Yeah, don't irritate your knees. If this is bugging your knees, then just shift to, one that really helps is just kind of stretching, from here, right? And then if you're comfortable, come up a little higher maybe so you don't worry about your knee and just balance like that. Come up, balance in a low position. Use your arms to find your balance. Good. Okay. So the intention is to build strength and stability, not to inflame or agitate something that might be hurt on you. So your bodies, you know the difference between burning and pain, right? Burning is good. That's a sensation to tell you that your muscles are firing and working. you know, in a way that is challenging. And then pain is your joints are not aligned in a healthy way. So don't try to push through that part of it, and make sure that everything you're doing is a burn challenge, not a pain issue. Just modify it, take care of your joints so that you can do this, when we're way, way older. Let's open up for some questions now. Who would like to look at any specific techniques or has any specific questions about anything? Melissa? Or are you just getting closer to the camera?
Well, I was just getting closer, but I always have questions.
Okay.
Okay. So when somebody is in that half guard on me, when I'm on the bottom,
yeah,
right, and I'm kind of really like trying to roll into it, I'm trying to turn into them to create the space to shrimp out. A lot of times it works for me, but lately I'm getting stuck in that arm bar from the quads. Like I'm just getting my arms stuffed in the quads, and there's nothing I can really.
You're on bottom half guard.
I'm on bottom and he's in half guard.
You're on bottom.
Yeah. No, right.
And they have you in the half guard.
No, you're in half guard.
Here. No, I'm not in half guard. I'm sorry. He's in side control. I'm doofus. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The side control.
Yeah, that makes more sense now.
Right, and I throws his hips out because I'm coming in here. He throws his hips out, and then he traps my arm in between his legs.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And then he throws his hips forward, and there's nothing I can do at that point because I've got one shoulder pinned.
Is he putting the knee over your arm? Or between the legs?
He's stuffing my arm between his legs.
Yeah. And then I thought you said arm bar. The arm bar in the other arm?
Yeah, no, he's coming up and closing it with the legs. I should get.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe move on to the next question. I'll go grab the culprit.
Okay. Well, let me just take care of the first problem that you're having here, which is let's see real quick.
Stuck on the bottom.
They are trapping your near arm from the bottom side mount. They're trapping this arm. It's like you're pinning or stepping over, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then he's going more into a case of Katami when my arm's already trapped.
Where is this arm?
Now he's sticking that arm in between his legs.
Where's this arm?
Flailing desperately, like trying to get under the shoulder.
Yeah, okay. So from the beginning, right, when you're here, first of all, I'd rather be like here.
Right.
In that case of Katami, but he's gonna like lean in a little bit, and then I can stay kind of here. So when he puts his weight on me, I don't really have the same issue because I'm here. But if I made a mistake and I let this arm pop up and he starts to, push it here. One thing like this.
Yeah.
Doing an armbar that way, that can be an armbar if they stay in the case of Katami, right?
Yes.
But one thing, like, as he's pushing the arm, bridging, so you can turn toward the arm. So if he traps it, the leverage is different here.
Yes.
You see?
I see it.
Versus being pinned. Being pinned, now my arm's further away from my strength because we're separate. But here, I'm in a position where I can start to move. So that's good. So when someone is separating an arm, this is just kind of this can be a general rule that will help many times. If you're on the bottom and you have your arms modified in a kind of a tight position, and one arm starts to be pushed, bridge, that takes pressure off your shoulder and elbow, right? So if I'm being just bridge, that allows, like the more I bend here, the more pressure. If I bridge, I keep that, I lower that pressure. And then I can turn like we were drilling earlier. And now look, my arm just got closer to my body. I'm strong again. And I'm not giving up my back. I'm just going toward the danger to bring it back to a safe spot. That's why your arms, like you can't have them up here. You sort of need them like either kind of laying across your body, chest area, real close, or on the ground. But if they're up, they're going to get held and pushed. So I want to put them in these pockets they're very hard to move away from me. And if they do move, then it's like moving the whole body, right? It's like you want short little limbs when you're in those dangerous positions. Does that help a little?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Do we have any more questions? No, we're good. Chong, yes, sir.
I have the question about the headquarter. When you're on that position and you start pinching one leg, one knee down, and then somehow I got like, if the guy at the bottom, he kind of overpower me. He shot pulling off both my hand and get my back problem like 3 times that one. How do I prevent from that?
Okay, so he's on the bottom and he's strong.
Yeah.
And you're here. And where are your grips?
On the knee.
Both on the knees?
Yeah.
Well, that might be a problem, right? Because right now, if he grabs my upper body, yeah, like I don't have any hands to balance with. And he doesn't have any things stopping his pull. So you need one hand on their body, right? Not their legs, but like their torso, their upper body. And so typically we have like a grip on the knee and a grip on the lapel, or a grip on the knee and a grip on this lapel. But it's the same idea. I can sort of twist him a little, and if he tries to sit up into me grabbing, I can push a little. See how I'm kind of holding? Same thing the other way, right? Kind of controlling, no problem. He starts to lift me forward, I push away, he tries to bring his leg in, I kind of move. So having those types of grips really control the body of the person. You see how one like curls him this way and one pins the hip, but both on the hips, he's actually free to lift. Yeah, and then he's gonna get away, or he's kind of free to like grab a collar and just kind of shrimp away because nothing's holding him in place. I'm just holding the legs. Now he can still be strong and move me. He can still give me some trouble there, but it's different. It's more predictable. It's like, oh, okay, a little step here, little step there. But I never feel like I'm being really thrown, off my position when I'm holding that way. So does that make sense? Because I would not recommend both hands on the knees. The only time I would do both hands on the knees would be a quick disconnect for a bullfighter pass, right? So like, if I feel like, man, I'm trying to do this, it's not working, and finally I just go, okay, I'm gonna go for something different as a to try to throw him off. He thinks I'm crowding him, he's protecting the crowding, I'm shutting down the daily heave hooks, and I do a quick backup, leg drag, bullfighter type pass game, right? But when you're in the thick of it, you've got to control that upper body. Pant sleeve, both of them work. Okay, it's just you have different passing options based on which one you do. Does that make a lot of sense?
Yeah. So what happened if he not staying here, he kind of lay on on the bottom of that one and he start pulling that way?
Well, he shouldn't be able to sit up like that if you actually have that position, right? So make sure you are in the right position. Turn this a little bit. You're sitting on the leg and you're crowding this leg. You're stepping this leg forward and you're squatting here. If I'm back here, now that can happen, right? So you've got to really be like right in here, controlling. Wide base like this. So he starts lifting and moving. Hey, look, they might move you a little bit, but like stretch me out. You just kind of move back. You see? He lifts me up, try to pull me forward. So I'll change my posture and my footing to maintain that proximity to the person, to maintain that. But if you allow them to move away, then the position changes. Then it's not because they beat the position, it's because you lost the position, right? So yeah, so don't grab the pants when you're there. One hand's got to be controlling the collar, so you can, it's the only way you're going to get like the cut through pass and the X pass is if you're holding that position. And make sure you are pressed tight behind their leg. The shin that you have behind the leg is really crowding them. They should not be able to put their legs back into the guard that they want, right? And if they're doing that easily, or they're moving to De La Hiva, foot on the shoulder, foot on the hip, then you're not in the headquarters anymore. You started there, and then they got away, and they made their move, right? So maintain that really crowded position. And don't be in a rush to pass. Really crowd them, keep the pressure on. If you see a pass, take it, but maintain that so you can, you have better options and not give them back their guard. Cool?
Thank you.
Okay, we are just about out of time. Really good questions, good drills, good movement. Everybody got better today. Melissa, we gotta plan another women's only class because apparently those are very popular. And the watch party class are really popular. We're gonna do one for Muay Thai as well. I don't know which one Professor Todd is gonna pick. We might do an MMA one. We're gonna do another watch party Wednesday at 6 p.m. and maybe a surprise one later on in the week. But I know those were fun for everyone. Are there any last minute questions, team? No? Okay. As we get closer to opening, I'll be releasing all the details as to how we're going to do that, the time, the rules, everything there. So just, I'm on point with figuring that out and planning it and everything. So I think there is light at the end of the tunnel in terms of getting closer to that date. We'll be back together soon. We're not likely to go right into a regular type of class on day one, but we will start to integrate classes here at the building and gradually get back to, where we were before. But in the meantime, keep coming to the classes. It's buddy week. So get at least one person that you care about, that you know would benefit from martial arts to join the class. Jack, you can't say Melissa. Melissa, you can't say Jack. Obviously, you have to get someone who has not done martial arts before. And thank you for that. Thanks for supporting that. And we'll see you tonight for regular classes. Let's line up. Ready, stance team, feet together, attention. Wow, good work, everybody. No, that's your expression.